We have this from Newsmax. Des Moines Public Schools will file a lawsuit against JG Consulting, the firm that led the search for former Superintendent Ian Roberts, who resigned after being arrested by ICE. And of course, they found a loaded handgun in his vehicle when they finally caught up to him. They tried to pull him over and he took off. And they caught up to him down the road, and I think they found him in like a high brush field or something like that. Then they ended up finding a loaded handgun in his vehicle, and they also found a hunting knife, and they found $3,000 in currency, freaking cash. But anyway, the Des Moines Public Schools will file a lawsuit against JG Consulting, the firm that led the search for former Superintendent Ian Roberts, who resigned after being arrested by ICE. The district alleges JG Consulting failed to properly vet Roberts before his 2023 hiring. Yeah, they kind of did, because he overstayed his visa, which was issued to him back in like 1999. And then he had a final order of removal in May of 2024, which I'm assuming that his visa had long since expired before then. And the background check when he was hired in 2023 should have obviously, that should have been a red flag in and of itself. Plus, in 2020, check this out, Roberts had a 2020 weapons charge and a 2024 deportation order. So he was caught with a firearm in 2020 and was arrested for it because he's not a U.S. citizen. He's not supposed to have a firearm, but he did. And that, if my math is right, that was before he was hired by the school district, since that was in 2020 when he was arrested on his weapons charge, and they hired him in 2023. So when agents tried to arrest him, he allegedly fled and was later caught with $3,000, a loaded gun, and a knife in his car, hunting knife, non-foldable hunting knife. The district said in a statement that it believed Roberts was a U.S. citizen and that they knew nothing of his immigration or criminal issues. Roberts, originally from Guyana, came to the U.S. on a student visa in 1999 and previously worked in Pennsylvania schools. Quote, the search firm failed in their duty. Ian Roberts should have never been presented as a potential superintendent, said school board chair Jackie Norris. JG Consulting's contract required them to bring all known information of a positive or negative nature to the board, and since that did not happen, the board will pursue aggressive legal action in accordance with the law. The lawsuit claims JG Consulting breached its contract, which required comprehensive criminal, credit, and background checks. The district is seeking a jury trial and damages for reputational harm. You think? Yeah, dude, because everybody's pointing directly at the school district. Even I was saying they should fire every fucking last board member on there. Every single last one of them. Because the only conclusion that we could come to is that we're in a hyper-partisan society, and it seems that, school districts in many, if not most parts of the country have been hijacked by the woke, cultist, freaking progressive left. And they hired him because he was a DEI hire. And yeah, we know he's an immigrant, but we're just not going to tell anybody, that kind of thing. So yeah, reputational harm. Yeah, you got inflicted a lot of reputational harm, especially if what they're saying is legit, which, I mean, I believe them. They're calling the firm JG Consulting. So they probably did use a consulting firm to hire a superintendent. But you would think that the school board would have done an independent background check. I mean, they couldn't take like 15 minutes to run his name through any like federal database or anything. Like, I don't know, E-Verify. That seems something appropriate that a school board would at least look into. But anyway, so they're suing for reputational harm, superintendent pay, and the cost of finding a replacement. So they're looking to get his salary back. So they're going to sue. What was it? I believe he was getting paid $300,000 a year. That was his salary. So it looked like he got, I don't know, almost 2 years worth. So he got probably at least $500,000, which this consulting firm might be on the hook to pay. Let's see. Yeah, and the cost of finding a replacement. Let's see. Roberts, who took over in July of 23, lasted just over 2 years before resigning. The case comes as districts nationwide face leadership shortages and growing pressure on school boards to avoid costly missteps. Des Moines has appointed the interim superintendent while restarting its search for permanent leadership. Look, all you got to do is just get all the woke progressives out of your school systems. Get rid of them. They're extremely easy to identify. They usually have lots of weird tattoos, usually like either devil tattoos or like weird, I don't know, like freaking weird lefty tattoos. I don't know. I'm not a tattoo guy, but the septum piercing is also a dead giveaway. The blue hair, the pink hair, also a dead giveaway. They often wear rainbow framed glasses. There's certain identifying markers there, plus the obvious where they've got the trans flag up in the classroom or the LGBTQ flag up in the classroom. Maybe, well, whether if it's just the standard old school rainbow flag or if it's that weird like culty triangle rainbow flag that has like all these ridiculous colors all represented. Plus they've got the circle in the middle of the triangle, which is supposed to represent a butthole or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so that's one thing they should be looking out for. They should be going through their entire school system and just getting rid of anybody and everybody who identifies with what appears to be a fucking cult, because they shouldn't be teaching children. They should be sticking straight to the curriculum. And there's a reason why only 30% of 8th graders across America today are proficient in English, adequately proficient in English. Only 30%. It's probably because a lot of them are not being adequately taught. Instead, they're being fucking indoctrinated. So that's what I think they should be doing. Just my opinion. Again, I'm no expert. I'm just some dude on YouTube.